Hello, I'm Mariano. I'm the product manager of OpenHEXA, and in this video, I'll show you how to easily extract data from a given DHIS2 instance into OpenHEXA in under 5 minutes and without any hassle whatsoever. So for this, we're going to be using this playground DHIS2 instance, and we're going to be focused on this data element IDSR malaria. So we jump into OpenHEXA, and I'm now positioned in an empty workspace. So the first thing to do is to create a connection to this DHIS2 instance. So we go to connections, create connection. We specify the type, the DHIS2 instance type, and we proceed to describe it with a name and a description. We then proceed to specify the endpoint and the credentials to be used to connect to that endpoint. We create the connection, and that's ready to be used in pipelines. So we're going to actually be doing the data extraction from pipelines. We go to pipelines, and of course, it's an empty workspace, so there are no pipelines available. But the nice thing about OpenHexa is that it comes with a pre-populated set of templates that we can explore and use for our use case. So we go to available templates. We search by validated by Blue Square, and we search by extraction, and we see that we have a nice DHIS2 extract data elements template pipeline. So we create a pipeline out of that template, and in under a second, the pipeline is created for me with all of the logic and the parameterization. So we just run it now, and we see that all of the parameters that are specified for that pipeline are presented to us in a nice form where we can fill the required values for the parameters. So the connection to the DHIS2 instance is the one that we just created. And with that connection, OpenHexa is able to go and fetch all of the data values for the different parameters, data elements, organization units, and so on, and present them to the user for selection. So here we're going to search for malaria, and we're going to find our desired data element. And we're gonna do this for Sierra Leone, of course, and we're gonna bring all of the sub-organization units, and we're gonna do this for, let's say, 2025. All right, so there are many outputs that a given pipeline might have. The data might end up being stored in a table. As you know, every OpenHexa workspace comes with a relational database associated to it, but it can also be stored as a file or as a data set. In this case, I'm going to be storing the data in a database table. And by default, the pipeline is also going to create a Parquet version of that extract. So we run the pipeline. So now the pipeline is running. I see all of the informational messages of what's going on with the pipeline at the bottom. So it's connecting, starting data extraction, and the data has been extracted and written into the table and into a file. All right, so let's check the database and see what's happening. So we have a new table, and all of the data values for that particular data element are there. I can also leverage this information in the embedded Jupyter Hub environment that OpenHexa has per workspace. So I can read in that Parquet file or connect to the database and do my data science work in there. Right, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and see you soon.